It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we're running it back with the two teams from Super Bowl VI. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. All that and more coming up next.
In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Good to be in the booth with my partner, Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations, the game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. They put the tight end Brown in motion. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And it's caught left side by Waddle. Man in motion here is Washington. Here's a give to Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So they decide to be aggressive there on 3rd down, Mike. Now the question is, do they maintain that aggressive style on 4th down, or do they decide to punt? It's going to be a really interesting play call here as it brings up 4th and short.
On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott. First and 10. On the ground, here's the rookie who played in-state at Austin. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Back near his goal line, Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. That's on Tyler Guyton, the tackle. On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Nice combination of vision, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. Now a second down throw for Prescott. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Prescott again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll throw again. Dak.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on 3rd down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give them credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This one from 52 yards away. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are out to an early 3-0 lead. So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, and he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken. The Cowboys offense ready for their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score. And it's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On the handoff, this is H.N. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Hill. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. A run up the middle with H.N. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. A run with the fullback in goal. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Hill brought in motion. Now faking the give. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job here by the defense. They understood this quarterback is looking to push this ball downfield, past the line to gain, and he's got no choice but to check it down short to the tight end, rally tackle, and brings up 4th down.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Cowboys offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And this one's not going to help the cause. He is going backwards. Tackled back at the 8. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Prescott now. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air, but they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot. The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw and brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
That has to be a disappointing end to this drive. Just think, when they took the field on this possession, Mike, they're thinking they got a shot to go down there and take the lead, but they couldn't even get to midfield, let alone the end zone. If they end up getting another shot before halftime, they've got to find a way to have better execution than they did right here.
The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Couple of 1st downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10 up at the 42. They'll stay on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Dak to throw. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Prescott. On the move, past the 40. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. They run over center with Williams. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough, 1st down. Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First down, Prescott. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
On second down, it's Dak. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Now a give up the middle, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Cowboys are out to a 10-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense back onto the field for their next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with first and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They'll run right here. It's Achane. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. to go now on 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. He'll drop to throw. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Back to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's H.A. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Man in motion here is Washington. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this stays a 2-score game. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. He'll try the right side this time. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. 2nd down, Prescott. Catch is made, that's Mingo. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try to set up the screen here. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Looking underneath for H.M. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. First down throw there is incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And this will be incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Throwing right, it's taken in. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. One final throw before the break. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds. 0-0 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Prescott. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Dak to throw. The open man is Tolbert. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
But I think it's pretty clear what the halftime message was from the coach, Mike. He said, I want to come out in this second half and deliver an early blow. Come out swinging. Well, I think they've made that statement pretty clear here to start the third quarter. And if they can finish this drive off with a touchdown, I think they'll have done just that.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Prescott now. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now a 3rd and 2. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive lineman like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will open up a 13-0 lead. back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They find themselves down 13-0 here. As they try to get things started offensively, it's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Hill brought in motion. Now, faking the give. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point, something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
That's to the outside. He's got Smith. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Now Prescott. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away. Here's a toss, right side. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. Back to throw is Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. Going to try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third and long. Again, Prescott to the air. He'll get this out quickly to Lamb. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch and they can't get out in front.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. Down a couple of scores now, 16-0, as they want to get going here. Drive starts 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Hill brought in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Devon Achane inside the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for 2. Hill brought in motion. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the toss, it's Williams. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
All they needed was a couple yards. But he was prepared, Mike, to dish out all the punishment he could to anyone who stood in his way. And with that mindset, it's no surprise to see him convert for that first down.
Up the middle they go. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
A first down throw for Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Second down, Prescott. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. To throw is Dak. Left side, caught by Lamb. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. A handoff here, up the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now Aubrey for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend this third quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane set to go to work once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. In motion, it's Waddle. A run with the fullback in goal. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. In motion, it's Waddle. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They face 2nd down and 7. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
These are game-changing opportunities, Mike, and at this level, when you have a wide receiver that open downfield, you've got to connect, and in this case, he just flat-out missed them, and we're talking about a massive play had they connected, but instead, that's a mistake he's going to wish he had back.
On 3rd down, Prescott. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues. That's a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott. He's going to have the first down and more. A first down there on a gain of 12.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Prescott. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
3rd and short. Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
They keep finding ways to keep this drive alive, and they're set up now for 1st and goal. And a wall of bodies ready to greet him. He'll take this down to the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Penalty yards marched off, and they'll try it again on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And this time he's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. The Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught left side by Waddle. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down. He'll look to throw. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll look to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, second and a yard. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete. Third and a yard. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. Achane, a first down, and then some. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
So close to taking that one in. Good job defensively. They're able to force him out of bounds just shy of the pylon, but you can bet when he gets up, he's going to look over at his sideline, Mike, and be like, no, coach, keep me on the field. I want to finish this thing off.
Here's Achane, and he will dive into the end zone. Devon Achane, touchdown Miami. That his second touchdown tonight. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2. They'll throw out of the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. A return coming from the 14. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. He's going to tuck it and go. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Anytime a defense decides to blitz, Mike, they're always rolling the dice, and we see why. You bring that extra defender, and if he doesn't get home, that quarterback not only can escape the pocket, but there is a lot of room to operate downfield.
Pistol now for Prescott. Look wide, get this one complete, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. A gain there of 27 yards.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. There's that man again, another catch. And he's in! C.D. Lamb, touchdown Cowboys.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys tack on one more to their lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Waddle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, Mike, this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll throw here on third and short. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
So on these play calls, Mike, on third and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot, then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the first down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the first down.
That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Back to the air one more time. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. They'll look to throw again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
In motion is Hill. Now, faking the give, and that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, Greg, really down to the point where every possession they need to score, and they get a touchdown here to stay alive.
Mike, I like what I'm seeing out of this team. They find themselves down big late, but there's no quit. They're continuing to fight back, and they got a chance to make this one a 2-possession game here late.
The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2. Hill brought in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now a give on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
They'll try the right side with Williams. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They proved much the best in this one. To get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.